Absolutely no planning, just 30 minutes trading and 2.68% profit. You see, the way that we trade at the Price Action Traders Institute is so simple, so straightforward. All I needed to do was sit down, look at Forex calendar to make sure there was no red news events that could affect my trading, flick through the charts, and I saw the entry criteria. And you'll see in this short video, within 30 minutes, I was done with a really good profit. Okay, please remember to hit subscribe and hit the bell. You'll get the heads up as and when I post these videos. Let's get straight over to the charts. Okay, quite literally just walked in the door. Time is 15:26 and I've taken two trades. Seen the US dollar Japanese yen breaking through an entry point, and I've taken this long looking for further upside movement, and the New Zealand dollar US dollar, seen that come through an entry point, and I've taken this short looking for that downside movement. So that's it, and this is how easy it is trading using the criteria at the Price Action Traders Institute. Like I say, I've done no prior analysis. I've quickly checked the Forex calendar to see if there's any news events that could affect these trades or any trades that I take. And there's nothing for a while, nothing coming out. In fact, I've just missed a red news event. And that's it. I can look at the charts, immediately see that there's entry points being hit, and I can take those trades. Just flicking through these other pairs, see there isn't a great deal happening right now. So that's it, just those two trades. I've got a couple of minutes, 2.5 minutes left on this candle. Need to see these move out of a certain area to stick with them. So I'll be back when this candle closes, just to give you an update and let you know if I'm sticking with them or if I need to get out. Okay, back with an update. New Zealand dollar, US dollar didn't quite move out of an area that I needed it to, and so I've punched out of that, losing I think it was 2.5 pips, 2.5 pips. So not a big deal there. The US dollar Japanese yen closed on the line, so I'm hanging on to this one. Can stick with this one. It's starting to pull back a little bit now. I need to see this move, otherwise I might have to punch out on this candle. Just see what that one does. Taking another trade, taking this pound US dollar, came through an entry point. I could have taken this a little bit earlier on the first chance when I flicked through the charts and saw an entry point there, but decided to ignore it. I think it was because of this candle here, this big pullback here, and if we see a pullback of a certain size, we just have to stand aside, can't do anything with it. That's what it was. I was imagining that big candle there was keeping me out of that trade, but when I actually measured it, it wasn't. So I've taken this long, looking for further upside movement. So that's it, just the pound US dollar and the US dollar Japanese yen, two trades that I'm in, and punched out of that New Zealand dollar US dollar. Okay, I'll pause again and I'll be back soon with an update for you. Back again as I've taken one more trade. This pound Japanese yen, saw this nice big move on this candle, and we're seeing momentum here, which is the criteria that I used to get in on this trade. Taking this long just below that 80 there, looking for it to push through that 80 up through that 0.0. I've got my take profit up at 20 at the moment, maybe a little bit optimistic, but you just never know with this pound at the moment. We're looking to lock in, break even, and maybe a little bit of profit initially on this. Not going to take too many chances because these pound pairs are just so volatile at the moment. They're absolutely crazy. Oh no, I won't say that. I was just going to make a comment about the politicians, but best to leave politics out of this, I think. Anyway, so pound Japanese yen, taking that long, looking for further upside movement. Still holding that pound US dollar, seeing that move nicely into profit now. And I've still got the US dollar Japanese yen, got 6 minutes, just under 6 minutes left on this candle. Need to see this start to move above that entry point where I got in. Otherwise I'm going to be punching out of this one. But just hold on to that for now. Like I say, I'm 2.5 pips down at the moment and just holding those three trades. Okay, I'll pause again for now and I shall be back. Soon. Okay, back with an update. We've seen new candle open. This US dollar Japanese yen didn't quite move out of the area that I needed it to, so I've punched out of this, losing 2 pips. I'm currently down 4.5 pips, and I'm still holding these pound pairs, seeing them just hanging around at the entry points right now. Looking for this further upside movement on these. Pound US dollar, I've seen a reasonable, well, enough of a profit there to lock in just a couple of pips. I've got about two or three pips locked in on that one, so just hanging in there and seeing what these do now. Looking for that pound Japanese yen to move up significantly to be able to lock in, break even on this. And I'm not so sure that I'll be taking too many more trades today because I've got other work to do, but saw those entry points when I sat down and I just thought I'll give it a try. Worth risking a very, very small amount of my capital for the setups that I saw. Okay, nothing to do right now. I'll just leave these trades running. Just see if there's any other entry points there. Nothing else to do right now. Okay, just those £2 trades being held, and I'll pause the video for now and I'll be back again soon. Okay, we're seeing these pounds start to take off now to the upside. Going to be locking in, let me see. I'm locking in 20 pips on the pound US dollar, just a little below that 20 level. So that'll do. 20 pips locked in on that. Pound Japanese yen, seeing this moving out up towards that 0.0. Might see a bounce off of that, but no, it's pushing through. Beautiful. Okay, I'm going to lock in 10 pips on this. So worst case scenario, I'll be coming out with about 25 pips approximately. So there's a couple of small losses that I had a while ago. Seeing that price pulling back now, it could hit my price stop there. Just seeing what happens. So I'll leave this running for a minute just to see if we can see these trades getting taken out. Seeing that GJ sucking back, it's come up through that 0.0 and that price has bounced off of that 0.0 level and it's pulling back now. See, this is one of the frustrating things, and you have to accept it. The fact that I could have got out of that 0.0, nice profit, but I chose not to. I've locked in some pips there. Could see it come back and hit that price stop where I've got it and then take off right up towards that 20 where my take profit is. You just never know with trading, and that's the way you have to approach it. You can't expect anything. The way that I'm trading it is not right or wrong. It's just, it is what it is, and I'm acting on what I'm seeing price action doing right now. And that's all you can do. And just accept whatever the outcome is. Simple as that. Oh, we're seeing this fluctuating a little bit now. We could, with these kind of moves, and when you see that fluctuation, it's quite nice. We could see some good follow through on these pound pairs right now. See what the euro's doing. Not a great deal. Okay then, I'll pause the video for now. Save you sitting through a lot of nothing. And I'll be back soon with an update to let you know how these trades are doing. Okay, seeing this price stalling at around that 0.0, it's pushing through a bit and then coming back, and it looks like the pound US dollar is bouncing off of that day's high there. I'm tempted, to be honest with you, just to accept what I've got there. In fact, what I'm going to do, I'm taking that profit on those two. And of course the other thing to bear in mind is if these pairs take off now and reach those take profits, I can't have any regrets. I've made my decision, I'm happy with that, and I know that I've got a good profit. Okay, I'll be back in a few minutes and I'll give you an update and a roundup as to what I did there and how much I got. Back with a quick summary of those 4 trades that I took. A nice quick session, 30 minutes from sitting down looking at the charts to punching out and finishing with a decent profit. So New Zealand dollar, US dollar, you can see I took that and pulled back a little bit, losing 2 pips on that. The US dollar, Japanese yen, this one, again, took this as it came through an entry point. Looked like it might have held there, but no, it pulled back and I had to punch out of that. That was 2.5 pips I lost on that, so I'll round that up to 3 pips. So losing 5 pips on the session. And then I've got these 2 nice pound trades. Pound Japanese yen now. You can see where I got in on this. This is a trade that I took on momentum, seeing this big move and managing to get in on this candle here. And the pound US dollar, this one saw an entry point on this, one of our criteria entry points, price pulled back, and I took this one long and got that beautiful move up there. You can see that price is actually pulling back now, so didn't do too bad with those. Could have taken a little bit more. You can see I didn't quite get the top of that price action, but we never do really, very, very rarely do, and but that's absolutely fine. So here's a roundup of the numbers. The New Zealand dollar, US dollar -2, US dollar, Japanese yen -3, pound US dollar in 36 pips on that, and the pound Japanese yen plus 25 pips, giving me a net of 56 pips for that short session, and that equates to 2.68% profit on my capital. Okay, please remember to hit subscribe. You'll get the updates as and when I post these videos. If you'd like to learn more about the way that we trade, very, very simple criteria as you've seen with this session today, come to my website, which is www.uk2asia.com, and you'll find some links on there. You can find out more about the Price Action Traders Institute. Thanks very much for watching, and I'll be back with another video soon.